Check, check. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm in the chat right now, so just comment. Make sure the sounds good. Check, everybody. We got about 2 minutes till we live on the air. Do me a favor, if you in this chat right now, shout out your country, shout out your city. Let me know where you calling in from, where you, logged in from. I want to show some love to everybody all around the world. So if you in this chat right now, shout your country out. We go get started in 2 minutes. Last time, baby, shout your country out. We getting started in 10 seconds, people. 10 seconds. I'm on this chat right now. I'm going to show you guys up at the end. So shout your country out now. I'm going to be scrolling through. Live from the USA, you are now rocking with the best. Congratulations, baby. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, like money, listen, guys, we got a nice little action-packed episode for you tonight. It's gonna be real quick, real brief, and straight to the point. Right now, we are at a moment of truth. In the Bitcoin market. What I mean by that is it's really only one of two ways we could go up or down, and that will be decided here in the next 48 hours. So I wanted to get on tonight just to show you guys how this thing is working out to put you in the best situation possible to make you some money so that you're on top of the chart, proactive in the market, not reactive to it. First of all, just to give you a quick update, today is July 5th, 2017. Bitcoin is $2,620. We have a global community. If you look on the right hand side there, we look at our Facebook group. We got over 2,000 members, up 700 members from last week. And on this YouTube channel right now, we have officially crossed 6 1,000 members, one of the fastest growing digital communities in the world as far as Bitcoin is concerned. And it's amazing, guys. A lot of people are making a lot of money just by watching these videos and learning how to read the charts and learning how to operate on the charts, you know, and really participating and getting engaged in the different community groups we have. So between the YouTube comments, between the Facebook groups, and I even have a lot of one-on-one conversations with people. I'll show you guys how to do that a little bit later. It's been amazing. If this is your first time tuning in to this channel, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. You know, your boy is pretty good at reading these charts. I've been doing it for a long time. You know, I made some money and I lost a lot of money. And by losing a lot of money, I learned how not to lose money. So here we go. One thing I'm telling you right off the bat is you need not to have a lot of, you know, I will call them eccentric crypto coins. You know, by eccentric, I mean some of the long shots, some of the smaller coins. This might be Ethereum Classic. This is Ethereum. In this case, you probably do not want to have Ethereum. Of ETC folding coin, you know, Sidecoin, Bitbay, some of these coins that, you know, may have been big picks, you know, a month or so ago. The market is not very nice to them right now. So what I'm suggesting, if you're listening, is that you focus on the top three. And these are coins that are exposed to a global market. They have $100 million plus. Dash is $1 billion. Litecoin's $1 billion. Ripple's $1 billion. So these coins are solid picks. Dash is cash. I told you guys back in May, right around Memorial Day, and hopefully by this time around, you know, you almost doubled up on that venture if you've been with me the whole time. Litecoin is still solid. Ripple is waiting to break out, and I'll show you why on an upcoming video why that is. But Ripple is still very, very strong. Even if it's not showing in the charts. So let's get right into it, guys. I know it's 2 minutes in. I try to get these things as quick as possible. Why do I say it's the moment of truth? Well, this is why. If you look at where we are, this is our trading view chart. I've done a video on how to set this page up exactly like I have it. There is a link in the description for a playlist called How to Chart Like a Boss that will show you how to set trading view up. We are on a 343-minute chart. And what we're looking at right now is where Bitcoin is currently, $2,620. As we know, what I teach, we are currently underwater. That means the green line, our 7-day moving average, has fallen below our 77-day moving average, and right now we're negative. But what's been happening as of lately, we went underwater in the beginning of June 12th, and what's happened is we've slowly, and what this is, it's really a testament to the resilience of Bitcoin. And you can see this thing goes all the way back until Memorial Day, right when I made that Dash is Cash video, which is also very prominent in this chart itself. But what we have here, if you remember what I used to do, is draw a trend line from our low to low right here. I excluded that point because it kind of seems to be, you know, just an oversell in the market to where, you know, those outer 2 points are probably more realistic. This was just probably a whale that, you know, had panicked and sold way too much, and he probably bought back up here and sold down there. And, you know, so I don't worry about the extremes a lot of the times. I really just tried to focus on the inner trades. But one thing you can see is if we place this thing from low to high, that's essentially been the channel that we're in right now. And if we place another trend line on our 2 high points, which up until now was right there, and this is why I made that Bitcoin breakout video, because what I saw is we have 2 channels right now, and one of them is going to have to win. we have this uptrend channel, which is going all the way back from May 5th. So let me just throw that date on here. And what I'll do is I'll label this like green. That way it kind of stands out a little bit. So we have our uptrend channel from May 5th, which is, as you can see, it's pretty wide. It had a lot of variance, a lot of momentum, a lot of magnitude inside that shift right there. And now we have a downtrend channel that it looks like we just broke out of. It didn't push us all the way down. So that means one of two things can happen. Either that's the first section of that downtrend channel and we just entered it. And so it will be, something like that, where we hit the ceiling of it and we respond to it. And, Bitcoin does something like that. Or, we continue in this green channel. Let me move that down a little bit. We continue in this green channel and Bitcoin does something. It might follow it for a second. And eventually it will break out, because once it clears that blue channel, that means it's confirmed it's not living in that blue channel. So essentially that will be in itself a bullish confirmation, and it will eventually break out. Then you go back and you look at, okay, well, where's the highest point? The highest point is right there. We do something like that, and we say by this day, because some of you guys are asking me, well, how do you know by July 6th at 8 p.m. something's going to happen? This is how. I'm just drawing straight lines. I say, okay, that's the highest point of the highest high, lowest point possible on this uptrend channel. Let's draw a line and connect it to, and say by this point in time, which is September 1st, it looks like, if we continue in this channel, we will have to break out of it, because that's essentially running into the ceiling of the last uptrend. So this is kind of how I do it in a very concise version. But essentially what you see is we have two channels, support and resistance, colliding into each other, and one of them has to win. They both can't go on forever. So this is a moment in truth. We're at an all-time high, and many emotions are tied into this market. We're coming off a holiday weekend. We're coming off, a global platform that was compromised. Fourth largest Bitcoin exchange, Bitstamp, hacked for billions of won. This is how they describe it, in these slighted publications. World's biggest Bitcoin exchange hacked. They make it sound like, $1 billion were taken, but they're saying, and I actually had to look through this thing, the original article, what they said, 100 Bitcoin customers were affected. It's only 3% of their total customers, and 1.2 billion won were stolen. So essentially that's like $1 million, which in the world of Bitcoin, having a market cap of what, 40 billion, something like that, it's really nothing. But in pivotal times like this, it may be enough to essentially push us down. Bitcoin has a market cap $42 billion, and we're talking about $1 million. But I guarantee you, if this blue channel takes over, that's what people will be saying. It's because Bitstamp was hacked, and 3% of their 16,000 customers lost $1 million. Like, no, don't fall for that garbage. Just read the charts. This has been setting up since the end of May, and it's essentially two channels running into each other. One of them has to win. That's really all I wanted to show you guys. I want to make this short and sweet. I'm going to put a table of contents in the chart in the comments. Also, just wanted to show you the community that we do have. Facebook group again, 2,000 people all over the day posting comments. I'm in Miami right now. I'm posting this thing from this nice little condo loft down north of South Beach in Miami Beach. It's funny. One of the guys said not too long ago, he said, "Are you giving like a boss?" And because I said Miami lounging like a boss. Thank you, BTC. That's one of the reasons I'm able to travel the country and try to reach out to people is because I was a member of a Bitcoin community, and it's really changed my life for the better. So he said, "Are you giving like a boss or what?" And I said, "Always, man. Not too long ago, I was making $2 an hour, so I'll try to pay it forward." So the biggest thing, you guys, I just left Stamford, Connecticut, where I was with the United Way for 3 weeks trying to plan a youth summit. It's going to be about $100,000 project, and I'll be working throughout the next year to try to help them. Stamford, Connecticut has a disproportionate population of underserved youth. They have an overrepresentation of huge financial institutions. All these logo companies you see on the bottom of any major news network, with their commercials playing, spending $1 million a commercial. These same buildings and companies are in Stamford, Connecticut, but yet 50% of the high school students live under the poverty line. So one of the things I'm doing is working with the United Way to try to design a digital oriented youth summit to where we can teach these kids how to get involved, how to stay ahead, and how to prepare themselves for the future. So I always try to pay it forward. And it's not just with money, it's with time, it's with services, it's with knowledge. That's the point of this channel, to share knowledge. Knowledge should be free. Just because I can make $1 million in the crypto community doesn't mean you can't. You don't need somebody in a suit and a tie and a desk and a corporate boardroom to tell you how to get rich. You can get rich yourself by simple knowledge, and that is what I am sharing. With that being said, again, one of the things I like to do is showcase our community. So in doing that, I reached out to the chat people. I said, shout your country out. We got about 300 people live on the air rocking with us right now. So if you're still on, type in your country in the chat. Hopefully we'll get to it. We see Montreal, Canada, baby. Norfolk, baby. Ohio, OH10. What's up? You talking to a Cleveland boy right now. Thailand, South Africa, man. One of my first members was from South Africa. That dude down in Miami, Brazil, Dallas, Philippines, ATL, what I'm saying? Canada, Houston, Nolans. I'm going to New Orleans this summer with my cousin. Sydney, Australia, Bay Area. We have a huge global community. It's a lot of people in Australia too. Puerto Rico, Minnesota, first timer here, Ecuador. So this is amazing. And lastly, but not least, Germany is in the house. So I tell you, man, this is really, really, really incredible. I appreciate you guys for the support. One of the things I do try to do every time we get together is prepare you on how to prepare yourself for financial independence, liberation, knowledge, and insight. And that's what these charts allow you to do. You don't need Bloomberg to tell you how to make money, because you got to remember, that guy that Bloomberg's named after, he's already rich. And so chances are he's not helping you, he's selling to you, because businesses are designed to make a profit. This is not a business. This is a community. Communities are designed to help each other. This is your boy BK, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere in the world, no matter where you stay, from Brazil to the Bay to Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. If y'all appreciate it, like it, subscribe it, copy and paste the URL, text it to your friend. Have an amazing, amazing day, everybody. And I'll catch y'all next time. Stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.